Governor Greg Abbott says a new executive order will provide more uniformity and protect businesses as the pandemic continues.
But it's also erased the last option that counties had to respond to rising cases. 6 News reporter Andrew Moore is here in studio, joins us live with those details. Andrew?
Governor Abbott signed Executive Order 38 last night, and it says no local government can put operating limits on businesses in any situation. A county judge says that means their last policy option, combating COVID, is off the table.
I have been advised that the high hospitalization rate provisions in the previous orders has been rescinded.
Counties had already lost most provisions in dealing with COVID, but one provision remained. If COVID-related hospitalizations went high enough, specifically if they went over 15% of all hospitalizations, the county could put operating limits on businesses. But just as Bell County got close to that line, the governor's new order erased it. Now the only thing the county can do is promote prevention.
We're trying to encourage people to get vaccinated, which is the single best way to get people or to keep people out of the hospitals.
The rest of the order reinforces that neither masking nor vaccination can be required by any government or government-funded organization. But the action also raises a question. Can the governor use emergency powers during a disaster declaration to put out an order specifically preventing local governments from responding to the disaster? A&M Central Texas law professor Jeffrey Dixon says such an order could be challenged in court.
It would have to be the case that there was essentially no rational relationship between the measures contained in this order and any meeting of the danger of the COVID-19 disaster.
But Dixon also said Executive Order 38 is stated to provide uniformity for previous orders related to the pandemic, which is one point in its defense.
Promoting uniformity makes a lot of sense in response to a disaster, a statewide disaster. But if the uniform policy is to not respond, I'm not sure how a court will look at that.
Dixon also told us there is no court precedent right now on limiting the governor's power, so he doesn't think a challenge would be successful. As it stands now, only federal law can override the governor's order. One example being KISD employees at schools on Fort Hood must still wear masks, but only because Fort Hood falls under federal laws. Additionally, businesses themselves are still free to require masks. Guys?